Excellency Varani, the Ambassador for Sri Lanka in Germany, dignitaries of the Hague Table, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me honestly great pleasure to be back for the second time after me being the Minister. Last year was a challenging year and we set ourselves a target, which I'm glad to say. We set ourselves of bringing in 1.5 million tourists, which was our target for 2023. We achieved 1,488,000 tourists last year. The first 2 months of this year, clearly we have got more than 200,000 tourists. 29 days is in February, we passed 218,000 tourists. So the trend seems to be continuing well, and we are right on course for our target of 2.5 million tourists, which is our target for 2024. Well, our overall target for 2030 will be 4 million tourists, but there's lots that Sri Lankan tourism has to do to achieve that and get there, specifically getting the rooms, getting the infrastructure sorted. However, Sri Lanka is branding ourselves or launching ourselves with a new product, and like you saw, the campaign idea, this is not the campaign, it's just the campaign thought, and this is how the campaign will be drafted in. So the whole concept is why you'll come back for more, and what are the reasons for you to come back for more. And I think it's quite creative, and the man is right here who did it from Ogilvy. Sudesh, you can put your hands up so if you want to see. He's a guru of this whole creativity that was brought along, and I love that idea because we did some research. And what we figured out is 33% of our travelers are repeaters. And we realized, and like it said, there was a German visitor who came for the 100th time. There's a lady who came for the 128th time. I mean,
both are from Germany.
Both are from Germany. And they're seriously in love with Sri Lanka, to be honest. So, and when you look at that, there is something significant in Sri Lanka. It's just not a bucket list country anymore. And it's a bond that we create in Sri Lanka. And it is time that we tell the world what we are about. So that is why we're going to go on a 360-degree campaign. It is not only going to be a digital campaign, but it's going to be ground branding. There's lots of TV programs, reality shows, culinary shows. There'll be things on Netflix. We've got Nas Daily, who's a huge influencer, doing some programs. So there's loads of things that's going to happen. We're getting some sports personalities, marketing Sri Lanka. So on the marketing aspect, yes, we are going to go ahead and we will get the numbers. But it is our job to make sure that the quality prevails and the quality improves. So currently, out of India, ITC is just opening up their hotel. The first hotel out of India is going to be opening in Golf Face in Colombo. And the Ritz-Carlton have filed an application for a 65-key hotel in Arugambe, which is one of our beach resort areas. Sheratons have been open. We have an Intercontinental about to be open. Cinnamon Life will have an 800-room hotel which will be open very soon, I think probably end of this year, with a massive casino as well. Port City has started its development. Colombo, under the patronage of the president, he is taking his president official residence off and making it a tourism zone and moving that area for tourism activity, and which is going to be bars, pubs, etc. Because we found one thing in Colombo. Colombo City, most of the tourists go out of Colombo, but it's only the business travelers that stays in Colombo. But Colombo is a beautiful, clean city, and we need that entertainment and the vibe going on. As you saw the 31st nights, our partying, our culture, we are true islanders. We are happy-go-lucky people. We're always with a smile. We're always up for a good time. We're always for a party. So we have the highest consumption of alcohol also by India.
Per capita.
Per capita. So Sri Lankans could drink very well. And we like to feast. And whoever is our guest, we like to feast. And one more thing that we're working on, and we're going to launch on the 31st, is marine tourism. We are an island. We have 143 shipwrecks from the Second World War, and we've identified this, we've got the locations. So we're launching this on the 31st of March and the 1st of April. We will be launching some yachts. We're going to do the marine tourism, and we're going to take it very seriously, and that would attract the high-end tourism also, that what we need on our income. The last 2 months, which is January and February, got us close to about $750 million, and which is significant from comparing to last year. We want a mix of both kind of tourists, mid-income, the backpack trails, as well as we need the high-end tourism as well. We do have even villas, high-end boutique villas, which goes up to per day $14,000. So you can imagine the difference. And you have the homestays, the guest houses, which is from $20, $30 to even a $14,000 villa. So we're quite, we have a broad spectrum. So I think the tourists will get value for money, and also we are creating a lot of events. As you all know, Sigiriya, Colombo Fashion Week, which is one of the top 20 fashion parades, or whatever you call it, I'm sorry, is going to have a special, like in Berlin, like in many iconic areas, in front of Sigiriya, being the rock, being the backdrop. We're going to have a massive fashion show to attract and tell the world about Sigiriya as well. So there's lots of new campaigns, new initiatives that Sri Lanka Tourism have taken, and also adventure tourism. And we are looking at new markets as well. We're not looking, we want to consolidate the German market. We met the tourism authorities of Germany. We requested them to speak with few airlines. Air seat capacity opening up is the key for German travelers to come to Sri Lanka. So all you journalists, please help us. Write something positive saying to fly some airlines into Sri Lanka. Because right now we only have the Sri Lankan Airlines flight flying from Frankfurt. But the moment what I realized is when I took over, my job was to find fuel and make the last tourists leave the country, because we were in a crisis. From that time onwards to where we have achieved, for me it's truly a miracle. And what we have done, how we have bounced back, when I go back, and the first day we all took over office and went and sat, all we had to do was try to find where the tourists is, where are they stuck, and how to get them into the airport. All the airlines pulled out. But we Sri Lankans are very resilient. We fought it hard, we got back, we went around the world, and people probably, because of our hospitality and the experience they've had with Sri Lanka, they supported, and thank you so much, especially to the Germans. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for coming back. And what you can write something positive on us is that airlines like Discovery, Lufthansa can actually do charters at the season time, and those flights will be full. It's a matter of starting. Oh, I'm not going to talk about Maldives. Last time I spoke about Maldives here and I got into a lot of trouble. So I'm not going to say, but I do know there's a lot of charters going to Maldives. In the history, it used to be Sri Lanka and then going to Maldives. But at least we're saying, okay, go to Maldives and come to Sri Lanka. So at least, so they can do that. And because Sri Lanka offers a variety, not only the beach. That's what I tried to say last time also. Maldives is an ideal destination, but Sri Lanka has more culture, history, the mountains, many things, adventure tourism, so lots that can be offered. And we are also working very much on sustainable tourism. We are changing our hotels into solar. We are importing for tourism vehicles, 1,000 vehicles are all going to be electric. And that's another initiative where we are even changing the tuk-tuks, the famous tuk-tuks, into becoming electric. And we've got an ADB project going on it. So Sri Lanka is becoming beautiful by the hour, and you will see it. I always say, seeing is believing. And when you all were lifting your hands, I saw many people have not been to Sri Lanka. you see these videos and tell me that that's not your next trip, I'm going to be very sad with your thought process. So please, this is one of the best places that you must visit. Again, I'm saying it is not going to be a bucket list country. You just have to go visit it, and then you will really realize the beauty, the vibe that this country and the positivity that Sri Lanka has to offer, which will change your life. So on that note, I will open it up for questions. Tourism-wise, we are bringing a national policy for tourism, how we are going to move forward. The policy has been approved by Sri Lankan cabinet. So any government changes, any president changes, the policy would not change. And that is one very solid step when it comes to sustaining the tourism policies, because in our part of the world, governments change, the policies change. So that should not be the case when it comes to tourism, because we really want to see the lowest hanging fruit for Sri Lanka is tourism at the moment, and we need to capitalize on that. So open for questions. Put me in trouble, it's okay, I'll answer as to the best of my ability.